We out here in the restaurant, Mr. Wynn, having a little something to eat, and we figure we're gonna have a little interview. So hopefully you guys are watching, even though I see it say zero. We don't have many people, but let me point the camera on to Philly. Ask Philly some questions.
Anything, my brother, anything.
You know, I've been watching Philly since Dominican Republic.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, him, Ace, Check. You know, I've been watching them and I Am Mara. You know, it seemed like all of them came from Dominican Republic and, you know, branched out. You know, did things like he went to Brazil, Ace and I Am Mara and Zoe, they all went to Colombia. You know, Check when he was doing a lot of stuff in Dominican Republic. He was about really the one he was doing a lot of stuff in DR. He was doing a lot of stuff in DR. You know, so that's really I think where he got his first initiation was DR. But he be everywhere. Sorry for the interruptions with these bikes. Everybody got to be going 100,000 miles and ain't going but 35. They just bikes sound loud here. I noticed that in Thailand. They like to have loud bikes.
Okay.
But what do you think about Thailand so far? Are you enjoying it? Feeling a little bit better than it was?
It's better than what it was before when it comes to Pattaya. But I like Bangkok. But Pattaya, I had to give it, Pattaya, I had to give myself some time to really figure out the city and what's going on here. But now I'm not an expert or anything, but I know what's going on, so it's easy to maneuver down around here. So I'm starting to like it a little bit more. I'm gonna say I'm at a 5. So like average. It's not bad. It's not good. A 5.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been here for almost 2 years, and it's days I want to get out of here too, man. And I think it maybe just be this town, Pattaya. You know, this is a working town, and everybody come here to work. You know, and they work whatever they can work. You, a bug, a bike, a lawnmower. You know, I just think everybody come here to work, and that's just what it is. So it's hard to find a true relationship here when everybody's working.
I agree.
You know.
I agree 100%.
So some of the guys I've seen, they've got lucky here and meeting girls. But I don't know. I'm kind of like my man. Is it luck or is it money? You know, if you're willing to pay what you weigh, you know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with luck. So, cause I've been here for a while, and everything to me seems like money. You know, it's like they say, no money, no honey. Yeah. So I feel you on that, man.
Yeah, you definitely throw a lot of money in. If you hang out with the wrong people, you do the wrong thing. But you gotta be focused here because the money burns quick when you're out and about on the streets. You might not realize you're spending that much, and you might not be as conscious because it's not your hometown dollar. It's not the Canadian dollar, it's not the US dollar. So you might not know what you're spending. You think it's cheaper than what you think it is, and it's a lot more than what you think it is.
I concur, man. You know, you can spend money here because, especially when you're dealing with monopoly money, you know, all this look like monopoly money to us. So when you pulling it out and you spending it, you ain't really understanding the true value of what it is or what it represents. Yeah. It's more like you playing Monopoly and you just bought Park Place.
That's true.
You know, that's how it is. You know, I've even lost money when I first came over here because it just, it fall out your pocket. It's like paper. It ain't even got that money feel like we used to.
Oh man.
You know, and it's got certain colors, or if it's an old bill, kind of like might look like 1,000 baht. You know, because some of the 100 bahts were like a light brown, like the 1,000 baht. It's only the newer ones that kind of like red, but the old ones kind of look like brown too. So it's easy to, give the wrong money for the wrong, you just got to be careful, man. And that's what I say. It's like monopoly money, man. But I like it. I'm not going nowhere. I didn't pay for a visa for, somebody feeling good. Somebody feeling good. Whoop, whoop, wop. Somebody feeling good. It was a truck, a pickup truck.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody feeling good, man. That's the thing, man. It is a place where guys are trying to have fun and feel good and do things. You know,
A lot going on out there.
it's a lot. It's a lot. That is definitely so, man. We've been watching. We've been just chopping it up and getting to meet each other, and so we ain't been doing much. We was gonna go bowling. I kind of feel like we should have probably went to the bowling alley, because then we'd have more of something for you guys to see other than our faces. But we talking about important stuff, especially for you guys who are coming to Pattaya. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. And these girls' job is to get your money, man. So they're gonna tell you whatever you want to hear and make you feel whatever way you want to feel. I think so. I think it's just their job to finesse you. You know what I mean? That's their job to finesse you, man. That's it. That's the real deal, in my opinion. But it's still a good place, all in all. I mean, for the dollar and what it's worth, you don't have to make that about your whole time while you're here. They got beaches, and that's why I like to go to Koh Larn. And even me investigating the bowling, which I will show you guys soon, because I used to bowl when I was back in the States.
Okay.
In Georgia, I went bowling alley. In New Jersey, I went to bowling alleys. So it's things to do here that you don't have to really be involved in.
That's the party life, man.
You know what I mean? The party life.
That party life, man.
Especially when you're an older guy.
And your health is more important than your
Yeah, I mean, who wants to be indulging in things that are for a younger crowd? I mean, I've done it, did it, Yeah, but we all like to have fun. Ain't nothing wrong with having fun. Nothing wrong with having fun, man. But you could just tell looking at the streets, man, we getting ready to go in low season. It's only 10 o'clock at night, and it look like everybody going home.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They riding their bikes on their way home. So that's what I think, man. I think that the tourism has fallen. Like it wasn't like when I first came over here. And it could be because of this war and what's going on with Iran and America and Israel. That could be part of the play, because to tell you the truth, the weather has been really been nice lately. It's been really nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, the weather's been nice and hot. It's like every day I really want to go to the pool or go to the beach, because it's really been nice out here. Even now, like at nighttime, it's really cool to come out at night because it's not hot. No, it's perfect out here tonight. Nice weather, do some things, see some things.
Yeah, nice.
But you guys just got to keep your head on the swivel when you come over here, man. Because you can't go to some places, man. It kind of like reminds me of Sasua, like, the old days Sasua. It be a bunch of chicks out here.
Yeah.
Bad. I hear all you jokers in the comments talking about lady boys, and that's a small part of what's going on over here. That's a small part, man. There's a lot of chicks over here.
Yeah.
If you come over here, you'll see you have more of them bothering you than not bothering you, calling you, and bugging you, and trying to get you to come see them or take them somewhere. Yeah, because I think the tourism didn't drop.
It did since 2019. It didn't drop.
It didn't drop,
Since
man.
2019 it's been
A lot of people going to Vietnam.
Cheaper.
A lot of people going to the Philippines.
Cheaper.
A lot of people going to Malaysia. A lot of people going to Bali. A lot of people just going other places. Yeah. But they just going other places. I mean, then it's not just here. We got an influx of travelers that just want to see the world. So it don't have to be here. It could be Africa. You know, it could be Africa because, you know, I mean, I met a guy just yesterday playing pool, and he told me he really liked Kenya. He said if Kenya had a retirement visa, that he'll be in Kenya. He said, but their visa situation is, you know, you can't go there but 90 days. It's kind of like almost Thailand, but Thailand you can get like I got a retirement visa. You can get visas here, DDT, retirement, education visa. You can stay. You don't have to really leave Thailand. You can get a visa. You know, Vietnam is the place that I really see. You know, but it's so cheap. I think a lot of guys just look at it as like it's a home base, and they can stay there for 90 days,
And move
and then
around.
move around and come
Run
back
there.
home.
Run there.
Yeah, 90 days and go back.
Yeah.
Cause they don't really. It's not like Thailand. Thailand is trying to end up. They don't want you to leave and come back, and you know you only could come one time a year, I think, or twice a year, I think.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They want you to get some sort of a permanent visa, like a retirement visa or DDT, DDTV, or education visa. They trying to cut out because there's so many people here fronting and trying to just manipulate the system, man. I think they just don't want
They don't
people.
want
They don't want them kind of people here. They want people here that got money
And they want to stay here.
and that want to stay here for a while. Yup.
Yeah.
So you got to put up or shut up. You know, that's how they looking at it. They want you to put up. They want you to get an education visa, get a retirement visa, get a DDT.
You know, one of them that you can
Stay for a minute.
You go to school for like to learn Muay Thai or
Something. Or the language. You can learn Thai language on a visa.
Yeah.
It's all kind of ways to stay here if you really want to stay here. But I see the most prevalent one is the DTV. You know, a lot of people, content creators, just like in America, man. This is like the biggest movement of everything. Everybody is pulling out their camera, making content,
And recording.
and showing people what it is out here on all different levels. If it's cooking, it's showing you how to do something, fix something, you know, travel vloggers, you know, or just influencers. That's what I kind of call myself. I do a lot of things. I like to cook. I like to go out. I like to dance. I like to go to the beach. I like to do little safaris. I like to cook out. You know, but all that costs money, man. All of it costs money, man. So I really understand how you guys tell these people, like, if they really like what's going on this channel, they need the support. And all I'm really asking for is people to support my channel by subscribing. Subscribe to the channel. You know, but I do have Cashapp. I do have PayPal. I will appreciate any donation. But the most important thing to me is just subscribe. Get my numbers up. Let me feed myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me feed myself. Subscribe to the channel. It don't cost no money to subscribe.
No money at all. Not a
Just
penny,
hit the
not-
subscribe button.
Yeah.
Share the video. Like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see.
100% right.
Let me know where you want me to go. Ask me a question. Maybe you want to know about the Thai language or Thai culture. Or maybe you want to know about the Thai women. Or maybe you want to know about the nightlife. Or you want to know where to go. Or where to take your girl. You know, it's a lot of questions that can be answered. You know, and I don't want to do I don't want to hit you in the head with no consultation. You know, everybody, we all professionals. I ain't knocking nobody hustle, man. But I'm giving the game up. I know they say, cause we used to say it in Jersey, the game ain't to be told, it's to be sold. You know what I mean? But I'm just a sucker, man. You know, if people just help each other, we all will grow. And I feel that that's more important for me, is to know that I'm giving you some good game. I'm teaching you how to roll. I'm teaching you how to move. And I'm teaching you how to survive. Because I've been a survivor all my life. And coming from a city like Newark and being in the Bronx and Harlem, and you have to know how to survive. You know, you have to know how to survive. You know, everything is about survival. I got 2 thumbs up and 2 people. Well, that's a beautiful thing.
They watch it still. They try.
Yeah, I got 2 people and 2 thumbs up. So the 2 people that are watching, they gave me a thumbs up.
That's how it
So
starts. It
that
starts little,
that's
then
how
it snowballs.
that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, but that's why I changed my name. Listening to guys telling me my name was too hard to find. You don't need no dashes
Tell your name
and
again
different.
so they know.
Newark Kid,
Newark Kid.
capital N in Newark, Newark,
Okay.
Kid, Kid, Newark Kid. You know, I tried to make it as simple as I can make it, man. We got 11 people in the house. It's growing. You guys, please subscribe and hit the like button.
Share the video.
Share the video. Leave a comment. Help a brother out. Support the channel. You know, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and my brother is from Philly. So we like neighbors. We like neighbors, man. Newark and Philly been fucking with each other, even though like
For years, forever.
Newark and Philly still had bad blood, just like Newark and everywhere had bad blood.
Yeah.
I remember they used to say Newark niggas was always robbing shit.
Yeah.
You know, same like Philly. Philly niggas always gonna rob shit.
Yeah.
You know, Brooklyn niggas always trying to tear shit up.
Yeah.
You know, everybody always had a name for somebody, man. And I'm glad we getting away from that, man, and all growing as people and realizing that, you know what, we all come from some bad situations, man. And that we have to just grow up and understand that it ain't our fault that we in these situations. It's these politicians, man. They've been ruling us since slavery, you know, to make it hard for us, man. You know, just like they building all them jails. They building jails for us. They ain't building opportunity for us, but they can build jails. They could bomb Muslim countries like Iran. They could give Israelis $3 billion a year out of our tax money. You know, America is just bad, man. This whole situation is not gonna be good for people in the long run. With this gas situation, you know, I even talked to people at home, and like my son, he got a bike, he got a car, but he be riding his motorbike in Jersey, cause you know it cost him $80 to fill up his car.
80 bucks to fill up his
$80.
A lot of money.
$80. But he is using 93. He said he put 93 in that piece. You know, he got one of them. You know, he young and he wanted the best car. You know, but I just say apple don't fall too far from the tree. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing. I try to tell him that because I know better. A car and material things ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They come and go.
They come and go, man. Buying a house and having property and owning land and making moves, investing in yourself
Say.
and being a boss is more important than having a nice car.
That's true, man.
You know, you need something that's going to propel you to get money, and you need to keep investing yourself in things that make money, that bring more money, so that eventually you don't have to work. You could just sit back, collect money, and invest it. And then after a while, you can just live off the interest. You know, you don't have to invest in big things. That's like here. Everybody want to open up a restaurant. Everybody want to open up a beauty salon. Everybody want to open up a massage parlor. Everybody got all these ideas. It kind of reminds me of the NBA. When guys get in the NBA and get that big contract, everybody in their family and their friends try to tell them how to invest. Oh man, you could get a car wash.
Yeah.
You could do this. Ain't none of them never had no businesses. You know, and that's my thing. How you gonna tell me how to invest money? You ain't never, you ain't no KFC or even guys that got McDonald's. Like, it's some guys that got a bunch of them businesses like that, like Burger King. I'm trying to think of the guy that was on the Knicks or something. I think he just passed not too long ago, but I think he had about 10 Burger Kings.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't think of his name, but I think he had about 10 Burger Kings. And then even over here, like, you know, we might not be able to eat it, which, you know, is really sad too, though. You know, but they do try to change the menu here in Thailand and in other countries. That's why, believe it or not, McDonald's costs more money over here than it costs in their home in New Jersey. McDonald's costs more money here. A Big Mac here, a Big Mac meal here is like, I think 300 baht, 260,
Wow.
260. That's almost 10 bucks,
Crazy. Wow.
you know? But I mean, it just depends. Everything is going up in America, so like definitely New York is higher than here.
Oh, they're both places.
You know, yeah,
You
yeah,
survive in New York, you survive anywhere.
yeah. Everything is going up everywhere, man. But I don't want to kill you guys, man. I appreciate all the support, all you guys chiming in,
Oh yeah.
and even me, man. I'm just here trying to live and survive, and start my channel so that I can show you guys some different things. Not just the women, man. I'm gonna show you that too, but
Yeah.
you know, I want to show you some things that's gonna help you
100%.
survive, and help you be a little bit smarter, man. Help you to hold on to that money, hold on to your money and invest your money and make good choices. You know, even with the health, because to me, I don't think the Thai people are that healthy eating. They eat a lot of fried foods.
Eat a lot of pork.
They eat a lot of, yeah, they eat that pork. They eat a lot of fried foods. So, you know, I cook, and that's my thing, man. I do eat out every now and then when I get lazy or when I just, you know, it's just like that. But mostly it's just chicken. It's just chicken, you know, chicken that I eat.
Yeah, you don't eat
It's
chicken.
mostly
I
chicken.
don't eat chicken.
Yep, it's mostly chicken.
I don't eat chicken. Who else is in the country?
Mostly chicken. Marquis, Marquet, Shaw, said no attention. I apologize, brother. No blacks were there. Talk to your boyfriend. Oh, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Talk to your boyfriend. We know he home alone. He just trolling.
Yeah.
He trolling. He ain't got nothing to do. He came on here, thought I was gonna have some girls in the video. That's what that is. But we gonna check out, man. We got 20 minutes, and we gonna call it a night.
Keep pushing, keep going up there.
That's it.